Hey, Gene Burnett from GeneBurnett.com. Hey, I thought today we'd talk a little bit about Dogma, Tai Chi Dogma. I notice online a lot, people criticize other people's Tai Chi and they'll say, that's bad, that sucks. Tai Chi practitioners today don't know how to do it, they don't really have it, that's not Tai Chi. Or they'll just say, this guy's great, this guy's amazing. This is the best Tai Chi I've ever seen. This is true Tai Chi. This is what Tai Chi really is. And whenever I hear someone say someone's Tai Chi is bad, or someone's Tai Chi is good, I always ask, good for what? Good for whom? Bad for what? Bad for whom? Good and bad in relation to something like this are kind of relative terms, you know. You have to define them. I wish that we would stop talking like this. Even if your Tai Chi is good, even if your Tai Chi is the best, and even if the person that you're criticizing's Tai Chi is terrible, and it sucks, and it's lousy, even though I would need more information. I'd need more definitions of those words. But even if it just is absolutely good or bad, especially if someone's Tai Chi you think is bad, they're not going to listen to you if you tell them their Tai Chi is bad. What good does that do? To say this thing sucks. You've been wasting your time doing it this way. I don't know, I've never been turned around. I've changed my mind about all kinds of things over the years, but I never changed my mind because someone attacked me and told me what I was doing was bad without telling me exactly why and bad for what. So even if you're right, what difference does it make if it's a totally ineffective way of communicating? What I prefer to do is to say, as much as possible, these are my criteria, this is my training goal, these are my training goals, this is what I'm going for, and here's what works for me to achieve those, and here's why. That way you can look at it and say, well, those aren't my training goals, so that wouldn't be good for me. Or you can say, yeah, those are my training goals. Maybe I should try it that way, maybe I should do it that way. But if I just tell you my way is the true way, the good way, the only good way, I just don't see how that's productive in terms of like connecting with anybody or teaching anybody or showing anybody anything. I try to qualify my videos as much as possible by saying, you know, this is something I'm working with that works for me. This is my definition of Tai Chi. This is my definition of this or that movement, or this is what I think the purpose of it is, and this is and I'm doing it this or that way to achieve this or that purpose. It's not only honest, but it's also a fact. This is my criteria, this is the way I do it, and I do get value about it. I'm communicating something that you can't argue with. It's not about arguing. You could say, well, those aren't my training goals, I prefer these training goals and I do it this way. Or you could say, I have the same training goals as you, but I think this is a better way of getting there. Instead of just dogmatically declaring that your way is the right way and every other way is wrong, even if you are right. For instance, you know, I'm a stickler about knee alignment, about keeping your knees and your feet in alignment, and you know, I might say, you know, I really care about my knee health. You know, I'm turning 62 this summer, and these legs have a lot of miles on them, and I have had no knee problems, even though I've been teaching the last 20 years out here in Ashland. I've been teaching, you know, 15 or 20 hours a week, outdoors all year round. I teach more hours than most teachers teach, and no knee problems, so I'm doing something right. So if somebody else has another way of dealing with the knees, maybe talking about spiraling energy up and down the legs or something, I might say, well, you know, I hear you. Those are, you know, you have the similar training goals as mine. You know, you don't want to hurt your knees either, but I'm not ready to experiment with some new method, seeing as how this method has worked for me for over 20 years, and I'm in better shape than most people I know my age, and I've got way less joint problems. So I think, given my training goals, I think I found something that works for me, and I've seen it work for many, 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 many students, and very hardly anybody has any problem with it once I show them that way to do it. So we could talk a little bit about different ways to work with the knees, but there's a new age cliche that you can either be right or you can be intimate, and intimate means getting to know someone. You're getting close to them. You know them, they know you. It's if you're right and you just say, I'm right, you're wrong, I mean, forget about getting to know that person. Forget about any kind of connection. Forget about any kind of mutual understanding, because right away that person's on the defensive. If they agree with you in any way, it means that they're wrong. You see this in politics all over the place right now. The left and the right are arguing with each side tending to fight for absolute victory. Like, I want to eliminate the right wing, or I want to eliminate the left wing. I want to crush them. They are evil. They are bad. I am fighting for victory. I'm fighting for absolute victory. The best world would be every single senator, every congressman, every governor, every mayor, every state legislature Republican, or the same thing, Democrat, or socialist, or independent, or libertarian, whatever it is. My way is the way it should be for everyone. Instead of saying, we have a set of problems that we have to deal with as a people and as a country, and sometimes the rights of the individual need to be emphasized, and sometimes the rights of the collective need to be emphasized, and where that needle is on that spectrum at different times in our history is in different places, and we have to have a conversation about how far left or how far right the best answer is, and one side argues one side and one side argues the other, and we come to some kind of understanding. This is the way kind of I remember things used to being. But now, forget about it. Everybody's fighting for absolute victory, and the other side is absolutely evil. I wish we were more interested in a conversation instead of being right, more interested in a dialogue, even a tense one, a dynamic one, as opposed to just vanquishing the other side. So as it applies to Tai Chi, it's like, you have a certain lineage, you have a certain style, you have a certain training priority, you have a certain things that work for you and things that you value and some things that you've been taught. Why not state it that way? Why not just state it that way? Instead of saying, Master who said to do it this way, he was a great fighter, therefore we should listen to absolutely everything he does, therefore he can show us how to be as good as he was, there is one mold, he was it, and we all have to do things his way. And citing authorities other than yourself, other than your own experience, other than your own actual training and actual experience in the world. We cite so-and-so said to do it this way, or we cite tradition, or we cite dogma, or we cite pictures from old books, and those things have value. Another way to say that would be, I studied with the great master, and this guy really had some great skills, and I tend to listen to him. And our training priorities in this system are X, Y, and Z. And X, Y, and Z training methods are the best way we've found to attain those training goals. So I think having a little bit less dogma and a little more sense of give and take, even if we're certain that we're right, if we express it this way, even if we're certain that we're right, we're still going to communicate better. We still have a chance at maybe getting the other side to listen to us if we express it like, here's my thing, what's yours? So, all right, I'm off my soapbox. That rant is over. If you like this channel, please subscribe. I do Tai Chi videos, music videos, nature videos, and occasional stab at humor. And I also accept donations at my PayPal link down below in the description. And thank you for listening.